Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm freezing in London. It is so cold. I'm gonna move my... As you can tell from the title of this video, I wanted to talk about fashion trends meets fashion hoarder. Cause a lot of my friends do tell me I have a lot of crap and a lot of clothes and I am constantly buying more. But that being said, I do have a lot of clothes. Like, I don't really like my clothes to just be like, oh, my thing is from Zara, or this is from Zara, or another high street brand, for example. I love fashion, and I love clothes, and I love the story they can tell. And in recent times, I've started curating my wardrobe a bit better instead of just buying. I'm more like thinking, how can I style it? Is there at least 4 ways I can wear this garment if I buy it, etc., etc. So previously, I would say I was very much just like going out clubbing tops, and how often can you wear those tops in day-to-day life. So yeah, anyway, moving on from my ramble, because I don't know how we even got here, but basically I just wanted to talk about the clothes that I love and why I love them and why I keep some of these stuff, because like I've been saying, is clothes are very personal for me. They're very much tell a message, tell a story, and I love garments and clothes that have a backstory to them. So I've kind of pulled all my favorite pieces and garments and stuff to kind of explain to you why I love them and why I still have them and the story behind them, because the story behind each garment or how I got each garment is partly the reason why I keep the garment. When I lived abroad, I never bought clothes for like 3 years, for the whole time I was living there, because it was such a culture of clothes swapping and kind of just like rocking up at someone's house and like sifting through their cupboard and taking what you want. Like, I never bought for a really long time. So a lot of these stuff are clothes swaps, are thrifted moments. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of kick off. And what I'll kick off with, because I do have quite a bit, like my favorite one. Okay, hold on, where is it? I have a lot to show you guys. The first garment that I wanted to share with you guys is this little black dress. It's very basic, very simple, but I got this dress when I was 13 years old, and it was for my leavers party. So when my family were leaving South Africa, we had like a farewell party with all our friends and stuff, and I bought that dress, and I still wear this dress. It's not like it's too small for me and it's just like taking up space. I actively still wear it. So yeah, it's just, for me, it's really just nostalgia. I'm such a nostalgic person, so I will never get rid of this dress. I hope that one day I have a daughter to give it to, just because it has so many memories. I still remember me dancing on the wooden table of my mom's office at the farewell party. So I was 13 years old. It's not like I was drunk. I was just on the table. But yeah, so very, yeah. The next garment I want to share with you guys are these jeans. So these jeans are obviously very colorful, very printed, painter artiste vibe, with these button detailing down the leg. Now, these are fairly recently new. I think I got them just under a year ago. But these have become, I've only worn them like twice. I'm not gonna lie, they're not the most wearable jeans, but I love them, and they have quickly become a favorite just because these I bought at the Dover Street Market, and that was kind of my first luxury purchase, luxury shopping, designer shopping experience. So it was at the sample sale, so I did get it a lot cheaper than originally priced. But yeah, I love it, and I love the story behind it. It was, with my ex now. It was with the boyfriend at that time, and we thoroughly enjoyed going to art exhibitions and fashion pop-ups and, you know, that kind of stuff. So although the relationship didn't work out, I have fond memories about the relationship, and I really enjoyed that day specifically. So yeah. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is this kind of jumpsuit. This jumpsuit is very 70s vibe, 70s coded. And I got this when I was living abroad, and I got it at a thrift shop. So this was a thrift shop that was only for women, and it was donated and it was gifted and everything. But the nice thing about it, and it was kind of someone's business that went from her apartment, and then she got an actual studio space. But what I really liked about it is like women supporting women, and when you come for the shopping experience, you book a slot. So it's actually like a private shopping experience instead of going, so anyone who's ever been to a thrift shop knows how crazy it can be going through a thrift shop, and how you just like want to go at your own pace and not have to like fight over clothes. So this was a really cool, fun experience. It was a really cool concept, and I thoroughly enjoyed this shopping experience. So yeah, this bomber jacket situation, again, I love it. I don't wear it that often, but it held a lot of nostalgia for me. So two things. I had a very kind of, not very, but I had a gothy emo stage of my life. Yeah, so I had a very gothy emo stage in my life in high school. And fun fact, this was from Bring Me the Horizon merch collection. When I was a fan of theirs and I was a little emo kid listening to the heavy metal. This was also my first ever Black Friday purchase, and I remember it was like £300 to £100, and I was like 14 years old, and it was like probably the most expensive thing I bought myself at that point. So yeah, it was fun memories from two reasons: my first Black Friday event, and when I used to love heavy metal. But I still wear it. I do still wear it, and I do still love it. The arms are a little short, but it's okay. Okay, the next dress, not that many memories, but it is just been my go-to formal dress. So it was my year 11 prom dress. I have worn it to many bar mitzvahs and weddings and other, you know, fun events. So yeah, I love it, and I will continue wearing it. I'm waiting I think another year until I whip it out again, because I can't wear it back to back weddings. But I do have a wedding in August, so I am tempted to just whip this one out again instead of buying a new dress, because why would I buy a new dress? And then this situation, this mock dress kind of thing, it is actually my most latest purchase, and it was from my Morocco trip. Vlog coming soon, still pending, I know. But yeah, it was from my Morocco trip, and it was the first kind of solo traveling I've done. I went to Croatia by myself, but it wasn't like proper traveling in a bus, kind of tour bus situation, whereas this was with a group, with an organized trip, and we spent like at least 3 hours a day on that bus. So yeah, good fond memories. Whenever I see it, I think of Morocco now. I think of the day I bought it and haggling, or trying to haggle. I didn't haggle that much on this one, and I did spend a lot more than I thought because I failed math, so my maths didn't math. But anyway, I love the experience. It's actually really warm. It looks a lot thinner than it is, but it's really, really, really warm. And yeah, that's just another garment that I love, and I love the memories that it's associated to that piece. So this dress, for example, and also very kind of nostalgic piece for me. This I actually made myself in sewing class when I took a sewing class when I lived abroad. And yeah, so I actually made this dress. This was when I was suffering from a tumor, and I didn't know what was wrong with me, and I couldn't walk, and I couldn't go out, and I couldn't do all of these things. So I don't know, I ended up being at a sewing class, and I thoroughly enjoyed the sewing class, and it was one of the last things I did and created before having my operation. So it's not the most attractive dress. It's not very pretty. I've worn it like twice because it is quite hard to style, but yeah, I love it. I really do love it. And again, even though the memories that are associated to it are quite negative, like, oh, I was really struggling and I was mentally struggling at that point, I kind of just look at the garment and I think like of the woman I used to be and where my life was at that point and where I've got to today, and how grateful I am that, you know, I'm alive and my legs work and I'm not suffering from a tumor. So yeah, it kind of just on a day-to-day like just puts my life into perspective. And yeah, you know, this colorful jumper, again, it's not the most exciting jumper, it's not the most interesting, but this I bought when I was in New York for the first time ever with my mom, and we were in that shop of like Century 21 or something where everything is like discounted. But this was my first like department store purchase ever, and I was in New York. So yeah, I don't know, and it's really super bright, and I don't know if you can tell, but I don't really love colors, so the fact that I did buy that is very impressive for me. So yeah, and I still really love it and I still really wear it. This dress also kind of have a cute story. It's literally, I got this when I was 14 years old at the Forever 21 sale rack, and this was £5. So I love it. It's like the first dress I pack for any vacation because it is so flowy and it's so cute and it's still interesting and it's still fun and it doesn't feel that old. But it is Forever 21, so that kind of shows how old it is. I got it at the peak of the Forever 21 craze, but I did get it on the sale rack. So yeah, I mean, the fact, I don't know, for me, I think of that and I think of, again, the girl I used to be at that point and the friend I was with at that point and what we were shopping for. We were going to Turkey together. I was going with her family. We wanted new outfits, but we weren't, you know, earning money or anything. So it was kind of like, I remember sitting on the floor counting the cash of like how much cash I had to be like, okay, if I buy this and this, I don't go over budget, but if I buy this, this, and this, I somewhat go over budget, but if I buy this, 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 and this, which is different options, then I add up to this amount, which is, so I remember literally sitting on the floor of Forever 21, like under the sale rack, counting my cash to see if I had enough money to buy everything. And this was one of the dresses that I got, and it was £5. So, and the fact that it's still like decent quality and it's like, you can tell it's kind of faded a little, but it hasn't broke. There's not a loose seam. There's nothing like that. So don't knock high street. So I've kind of left the last 3 things. I will say this jacket I kind of included just because I thrifted it in Amsterdam, which was one of my most recent group friend travel trips. The trip was chaos, but the jacket was lovely and I love it, and it's like the first like tweedy jacket that I got, and I absolutely love this. And I did haggle her for a little bit. Well, not really haggle, it was like, I think it was like 50, I think the original price was like 65 euros, and I said to her, I was like, oh, like I have €50 note, can I just give you that? And I was going to follow up my sentence with, and pay the rest on card. And she was like, yeah, don't care. So kind of got a good deal out of it, 15 euros off, can't complain. And I was in Amsterdam, so I wasn't sober when I made this purchase. So the fact that I love it still when I am sober kind of says a lot, I think. Okay, so the last 2 things that I'm going to show you are just kind of black shorts. So the first pair of black shorts that I'm going to show you are, these are actually from my manager. So like I said, when I lived abroad, it was very common to do a lot of clothes swaps and stuff. And I remember one day my manager just came into the office and with a whole bag of clothes and was like, Laurie, I was going through my stuff and I thought of you, and I think you're similar sizes to me. She's smaller than me. And she's like, and I think you could fit all of this stuff. So here you go, here's a bag, all of this stuff. And so one of those things was the shorts. Another thing she did give me was a black dress that I did end up wearing to my graduation. I couldn't find it, so I'll just throw a picture of it. I hope I haven't lost it, because I actually do like the dress. But yeah, so I ended up wearing it to my graduation. So yeah, very random. She fired me 2 weeks later, but I got a bag of clothes from it. So, you know, who really won? Me. Okay, and then the last pair I want to show you, these are some Levi jeans. And so yeah, these are some Levi jeans, and these jeans are, so they are Levi, official, like, Levi, but it's not a Levi store. And this was when I was living abroad. And basically you pick out a pair of jeans, and the tailor or the guy or whoever owns the store, or whatever you want to call him, he will cut and tailor the jeans to your body. And so we literally, like, he made them smaller, he made the waist smaller, but he did something else to make something else bigger, and then he cut it at the perfect length to, like, for my ass. Like, I didn't know what he was going on about, but he basically cut these jeans around my body and made them into shorts, and, you know, tightened where need tightened. And yeah, so I think that was, like, a really cool, fun experience. So yeah, so that was kind of just to show you some of my favorite key iconic products that I have in my wardrobe. And apart from, like, the jalaba thing that I got in Morocco and the jacket that I got in Amsterdam, like, it's all either handmade, gifted, thrifted, or at least 10 years old. So I guess the point I am trying to make is you can be a fashion hoarder and enjoy your fashion and really enjoy the pieces that you have in your cupboard. And I think I think my argument as well is also just to, like, yeah, you can hoard clothes and have clothes, and, like, it's not embarrassing to have clothes that are 10 years old, because trends and trend cycles are on a 10-year cycle. So arguably the shit I was wearing when I was 16 is coming around this year or next year. So I'm okay with it. You know. And so yeah, I think the main point that I'm trying to make is that you don't need trends to have fashion and style, and it's more important, or it's more noteworthy, to have pieces and garments that have a meaning to your life, a backstory, a nostalgic moment, a teenage defining situation. And yeah, and, like, those, I don't know, like, for me, my clothes to have meanings and to have memories are more important than just me being like, oh, my leotard's from Zara and the trousers I'm wearing are from Stradivarius. Great. But I much prefer being like, oh, this top is from this boutique when I was in this country, and the guy cut the jeans around me. Like, that is just more exciting and more interesting as a topic of conversation. But even just for myself, like, if I want to be an interesting person and I want to be cool and fun and interesting, I don't want just, like, 80% of my wardrobe to be Zara, Uniqlo, and, like, Adidas Sambas. Like, you know, so yeah, so my argument is that you can keep your clothes, you can hoard your clothes, as long as they have good memories behind them, and as long as you feel good about what you wear. So yeah, I would say it's more important to love what you wear and enjoy the pieces you own than just to buy into something just because it's a trend, especially because trend cycles are getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. Even the, like, macro trends are getting shorter. So yeah, I would say the next time you're gonna invest in a piece or buy a garment, figure out why you're buying it. Are you buying it just because it's trending right now, or are you buying it because you're in a crazy cool foreign country that these pair of shorts or this dress is gonna really, like, you're gonna think about it? For, like, the fact that I bought that dress on at Forever 21 on the floor, and I was counting the money to buy it, and the fact that I can still remember that is a lot more, I don't know what the right word is, but a lot more meaningful to me than just saying, oh, this jacket's from Zara, or even if it was a luxury brand, like even just saying like, oh, this is the ID bag from Ralph, or oh, my glasses are the Miu Miu glasses. It's like, okay, and so you're wearing the same glasses that everyone else is wearing. Like, why not find a pair of glasses on the side of the road in like Johannesburg and call that a day, you know? So I guess that's my argument, and that's my point, is you can have as many clothes as you want as long as they have backstories. Everything I showed you today, I will 100% wear this year. There's no question about it. So yeah, that is my point. That is my argument. It's not really an argument, to be honest. I kind of just like, it's just a TED talk. It's just my opinion on fashion and why I love my fashion pieces to have stories with them. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. As usual, thank you so much for tuning in and subscribing and watching to this point. It really means a lot to me, and I thoroughly enjoy doing this, so I thoroughly hope that you enjoy watching me. But on that note, I'll see you same place, same time next week. Bye.